They talking about what they talking about. Faze Banks is a scammer. That's why they didn't want to invite me to Faze, because they were scamming us. Man.
One meme where like the wolf is sitting crying in the corner and it's a silhouette of like a mom and dad wolf fighting. This is what the internet feels like right now. Mommy and daddy are fighting. Recently, there's been a disturbance in the forest featuring two content creators, Adin Ross and Faze Banks, two of the biggest, and it has the internet slinging mud at each other. Now, this is all involving crypto, so pay attention. There was a message that came out recently from Faze Banks letting people know that he believed Adin Ross to be at the core of the crypto rug pull incident. They launched an MLG coin and had to address a bunch of people. So Faze Banks' words say, Adin Ross this up. This community dumped on him buying, used him as exit liquidity. His ego got hurt, blamed Frank. Him and Frank got into it privately. Adin despises Frank and spins and drives a narrative about Frank selling. Somehow this falls on me and threads to farm the whole situation, spin it into me selling and dumping coins. The only bad actor in this entire thing is Adin, point blank period. And this is where the mud gets slung and it gets really, really, really messy.
I don't want hate at all. I just want to help people. That's really it. So if you guys are telling me exactly what to do, I'm not going to make one move without your guys's.
That's kind of the whole point.
Cool.
You called me 2 weeks ago and asked, you said, I'm with my friend right now, he's saying this, he's saying that, and I said, please, Adin, just don't.
Yeah.
Just let's do this shit the right way. That's the whole point, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to be rugging anything, or I don't want... What?
It's just retarded. It's just...
Every celebrity does that. They join crypto and they like instantly rug. But thanks.
Yeah. But I'm here to stay.
Yeah, so you're here to stay. You're doing the right
I don't need the money. I'm doing this for fun. I swear to God I am.
How do people keep falling for stuff like this? Like, it is mad.
What? Yeah, that just sounds like a scam. That nigga said, don't listen, just listen to me, man. Just listen to me. Yep, sounds like a scam to me, buddy.
Obvious. This all started when Adin Ross got very curious into crypto and wanted to dabble into it himself. Now, naturally being the content creator WL crypto guru, Faze Banks stepped in and said, hey buddy, we can help you with that. Me and these guys over at LA Vape Cabal, we can insert ourselves and help you get your crypto portfolio up. But what happens on the live stream, as you can see from the first screenshot where they were all sitting together, they have their coin, their meme coin MLG sitting right there as a part of the puzzle. Now, some are speculating that these guys came onto Adin's platform in order to push their meme coin, which in real time Adin Ross lost a bunch of money on, while the other guys sat around him and laughed about it.
Just listen.
Dude, can I talk about that?
Talk about
Why am I down money?
AR-15 crypto, 100% Ethereum, 30 M, 70% Bitcoin, 10% Solano, 10% Ethereum, other 10% MLG, hype, Trump. 30 mil, 10% 30 million? 30 million. Alright. Ethereum was performed worse in the last 12 months. Bitcoin, MLG, one of the best purchasing engines. 2 plus 25 bid strength. Yeah, so they just sold this nigga. That's tough, AR.
Because people are using you to sell. People are using your buy as like a spot to sell.
I'm
it's
down
just,
12 grand.
It's okay.
It'll go up.
People have been expecting this moment all day. 'Cause, again, we're retarded. So a lot of people bought MLG probably today, expecting you were going to buy it and using the event of you buying it to sell it. But it's fine. Again, this is something that we're all positioned in for good reasons. There's a lot of reasons to be excited about. A position like MLG.
Now, is there validity to what Faze Banks was saying? Sure, but he didn't say that the people who were selling were the guys right behind him laughing at him. Or at least that's what's being speculated. Now, obviously, Adin Ross pulls out and feels like he's been lied to, but during the whole situation, you know, the guys behind him were the ones who were pulling the wool over his eyes. They were wolves in sheep's clothing, all that, etc., etc. But he never truly turns on Banks himself.
Yes, Rasmer. I sold Ethereum at the bottom because you and your schemy little friends wanted to dump on stream with me. And I bought a $25 million house, something you'll never accomplish. You should pay your taxes with all the ETH that you don't claim. I'm friends with Trump, so when I go to the White House, I'll just like just put your whole group that you guys don't pay your taxes and stuff like that. So I paid taxes on all my crypto, so I couldn't get approved for like a loan if I didn't pay my taxes. So I paid my taxes, and I bought a $25 million house. You and your friend group fucked up a lot of people's shit. So
Did I mention Adin's manager was involved as well somehow?
So, Bob, you owe me money for the crypto shit with banks, where someone tried to impersonate banks and you vouched.
The reason why all this matters is because content creators often get taken advantage of.
Yep.
Adin Ross is no stranger to this. Oftentimes, it seems like even his closest friends around him being cuff him and tease or take advantage of his kindness by not streaming as much as they say they're supposed to, or, you know, not boosting up Kick the platform like they promised they would. Or maybe some of these rappers go on there and take advantage of him like Playboy Cardi did, where he essentially took the bag from him, or 21 Savage when he played the card game with him and ultimately jugged him right in front of his face.
Show it first, because I showed it first last time. Don't be weird.
I can't lose.
Cool.
Say dada.
Huh?
Say dada.
Come on, put it in.
Say dada.
Dada. Fuck!
Scratch.
But this one doesn't have a scratch and it's a king. I don't think you would do that, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, they're scratched, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah. These cards are both scratched.
What is scratch?
Look, I'll show you. I got some cash for you. Yeah, a little gift from me to you.
These niggas. Getting his ass.
You know, it's a good amount of money in here. You know, it's a lot amount of money in here. I got you, bro. Yeah, nah, that's...
People have criticized Adin for the past couple years for being overly green, overly generous, and essentially letting people take advantage of him. But this time it was supposed to be different, though. This time it was supposed to be his brother, Ricky Banks, Faze Banks. Like, this was supposed to be a guy who was never supposed to snake or swindle him at all. But ever since that rumor mill started swirling up, it got worse in the eyes of people, for Faze Banks specifically. So naturally, he had to come to the internet and attempt to clear it up. He said, on the phone with Adin right now, we're doing a stream together tonight to address all of this. This whole thing has been wildly miscommunicated and destroyed my mental the last several months. I've wanted to more publicly talk about the situation for a while. Sucks any of this fucked with me and Adin's relationship. See you guys tonight. So we waited. I waited. The whole internet waited for a live stream that never happened. All we did was get a bunch of tweets about Faze Banks saying that people are paying social media sites $40 to $50K to make smear campaigns to ruin his name. And then also he posted proof of his MLG profits and loss, revealing he lost over $100,000 since the start of the project, never making a profit. I didn't get any money. Maybe I'm not smearing his name, but I'm not getting any money from this. If there is $40,000 and $50,000, please come to my door. Back up in the Brinks trucks. And what's even stranger and puts a lot of credibility to people's beliefs is that last night, Faze Banks also acknowledged that he would be stepping down from the Faze organization. He said, I have never scammed anyone a day in my fucking life. The entire narrative is unfair, and part of the reason it exists is because my Faze name is so easily farmed and manipulated. The fact this is affecting the guys at all is whack. So for the time being, I'm gonna be stepping away from not only Faze, but all this internet shit. It's destroying my life inside and out. Sucks my entire life gets ruined over something I didn't even do. The real ones know. I wish I could say I'll be back, but I really don't know if I will. That's a different type of bow out. I don't understand why he didn't go on stream, on anybody's stream, whether it be Jason, Max, Silky, Lacey, or Adin himself, and acknowledge any of these things. And I'm not saying that Banks specifically did this. I don't know. But man, patterns be patterning on the internet.
As y'all seen, Banks has fully stepped down publicly as CEO. I would say that all the Faze guys, we're running Faze. You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit being handled in the back end that y'all just don't need to know about. Alright. And I will say that everything that's happening right now on Twitter, it will not affect the group or the future content. The subathon's still going on. Like, we're all still boys. Nothing is gonna change, and that's basically it.
Now, it's good that all the Faze boys are sticking together in this situation, because honestly, I don't know how this affects them, but this does open the door for a lot of questions. Why do people keep falling for these meme coin scams? Hell, even from an Adin Ross perspective, I know you thought that you were in the inner circle, but why did you believe that you were going to be the one to benefit from this? This happens time and time again. We've seen it with Kanye, the Hawk Tua girl. We've seen this with many celebrities. They're used used as a face so people can get off their scheme and scam quick, fast, in a hurry. And this has always existed, well before meme coins. This has existed with athletes signing their names to car dealerships, musicians signing their names to restaurants, and anything in between. Celebrities have always had their parasocial communities being taken advantage of by them, being used as the face of whatever scheme or scam the schemester or scamtress can come up with. And it's honestly getting tiresome. I think it's getting worse because nowadays we are more parasocial than ever, but there has to be some sort of regulatory boards that can get in front of any and all of this. Now, where it looks really shady in the light is that FaZe Banks has a history of scamming people or misleading people. Let's just say sketchy at the worst. There was Bank Social, his crypto project, this MLG coin, some CSGO wild gambling thing that he had back in 2015 to 2017. And hell, maybe he himself is being used as somebody to get these scams off, but it makes it worse when he associates other friends of the industry in these situations. And then in his explanation, it's not like he goes about it the best way, seemingly throwing people up underneath the bus and trying to defend his own name.
I mean, I saw a lot what Banks said. I saw the way he's going about defending himself, but one thing I haven't seen him say is if those DMs are real or not, what he said in the chat. It seems like he's kind of dancing around that topic. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not, like, it's just, bro, like, we all fuck up, we all make mistakes, but it's all about taking accountability for a lot of stuff, right? It's like, hey, bro, like, I said that shit, my fault, I was wrong. I threw you under the bus when, you know, I should take blame for that. I made that stream happen. It's shit like that, right? Like, bro, I genuinely couldn't believe it when I saw that message, especially like the way it was worded. When I read that shit at the end saying there's only one bad actor in this and it's Adin, I was like, what the fuck? Like, that was a crazy thing to read, right? Like,
it was me, Wumatama, Koling, and Cheezer. We all invested in MLG, bro, behind the scenes. I thought I was gonna become a millionaire. Well, no, I don't know if it was Banks' fault. Whose fault it was, 'cause I don't know, bro.
Even Creator Company had to come out and say that he fell for this scheme. Look, I don't know the odds and ins and outs of the exact situation, but I think an overarching message that a lot of creators can take away from this, and it's something that's actually been unraveling for the past couple weeks, is that all these creators are not your friends. They have their own motives, they have their own narratives, they have their own intentions, especially ones that you meet later on in life. Like, Banks found people in the early inception of the FaZe group that were like his family for real. People that come along after that, sure, he's got good intentions, as told by the messages in the community where he said fuck Adin Ross. But ultimately, I think we often, as consumers of the content, keep forgetting that these people are co-workers as opposed to friends. Now, I know that that's the way that they pose it in real life, is that they are actual friends, they love each other, they're really close to each other, but the reality of the situation is they're really no different than the coworkers that you and I have. When I clock in and I sit down at my desk next to my coworker, a hi, bye, did you see the big game last night, is the most that I'm giving them. This is no different. The only thing that makes it slightly different is because they make tons of money off of each other. But any chance in which they can 10x that tons of money, they're going to do it. Any chance in which they can take advantage of them, they're going to do it. It's happened too many times before. Now, granted, there are certain situations in which I think legitimate friendships are made later down the line, but now, especially with the corporatization of streaming, the capitalists have gotten involved. There's more money now than ever. People are using people, and we should just leave it at that. That's what it straight up is. Because now we're sitting here a day later where a bunch of people got scammed. Not just the creators, but real life fans of these communities got scammed. And the only person celebrating is Rouge Drop 'em Off.
And just wait until y'all see that crypto shit that they up to, twin. They got some cooking, twin. That's why all these niggas trying to, hey, bro, I ain't gonna say so much. I'ma just laugh for right now, bro, because y'all don't get it. So I'ma just laugh, bro. But just remember what the fuck I'm talking about, bro.
Just chill and laugh. They don't get it.